Welcome back to Beards and Brews. This week's review is going to be The Fanatic.
From 2019.
Wow, gentlemen.
Wow. Absolutely.
I was really hoping for one of those movies that it's like that hidden gem where it's so good it's bad. But this was just so bad, you get embarrassed.
This is like the filmmakers saw The Room and was like, hey, that's really so good, so bad that it's good, and, you know, they wanted to continue that, but you can't copy that.
I feel like Fred Durst is a tool.
What?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to keep my thoughts straight. I don't feel like...
They saw The Room, but you can't copy that.
Bitch.
Bitch. Just a big burp, bitch.
Rick.
Oh, but fuck, dude. Like, I saw, some trailers for it, and I was excited. I mean, me and you, Eric, we were sitting around like, this is it. This is going to be the one where we get to sit down and we get to laugh, and this is going to be fucking so bad it's good.
But it's just... Anyways, this movie stars good old boy, crispy boy, John Travolta.
I don't even know if we can give him crispy boy merits in this. His character that he is supposed to be portraying is Moose. They never say it, but he's clearly got autism to
Like somewhere on the spectrum.
like the degree. It's up there.
Absolutely. On the full far end of the spectrum.
But this doesn't feel like an acting chop that's taken care of quite well, because I don't know if he has any idea what an autistic person, acts like. And I feel like he made the very awful decision of just saying, hey, I'll just be radio edit.
Yeah, he was like, you know what would be really fun? If, to study for this, I looked at other people's early portrayals of autism before, people knew how to actually properly portray that without being overly... Look, I'm someone who makes fun of shit all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm just as guilty. I'll make fun of anybody for anything. But damn if this isn't just like, whoa, like the entire time you're watching it.
Right. He is just offended autistic, if you will.
He seems like the guy in high school who always made fun of the special kids when he's like trying to do like a reenactment and stuff.
Ooh, that's what it is. It's like
a really bad caricature.
Yeah, it's like a bully's version.
And
Yeah,
honestly,
it's so
it could
weird.
be like maybe those guys, maybe Travolta, he's been in the Hollywood life.
Yeah, I just realized that he could get away with it because he's John Travolta, and Fred Durst is just like, oh, that's John Travolta. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Just keep rolling.
Yes.
No, what I mean is like maybe Travolta really has never met an autistic someone heavily. Ooh.
Look, we can't talk long. We gotta poop.
Oh, man.
But that's also the intro line for our main character, Moose. He walks into a collectible store and says, can't talk, I gotta poop. Fuck. Like, with a line like that, you start laughing. You think this is going to be on the sunnier side of things.
Yeah.
This movie, from start to the whoa my fucking god, make you almost disgusted finish, is not sunny, bright, fun, uplifting in any way, shape, or form. It's a constant slog of Jesus, who allowed this to take place?
It's ultra cringe.
I feel like this whole movie is first draft.
Very much
Like,
so.
like this movie never got off the napkin from Waffle House phase.
Oh. Like for John Travolta's direction, he was like, well, Fred, what do you want me to do? And he goes, nah.
You're John Travolta. Do what you want to do.
Just-
Up your nose with a rubber hose.
Just, think of a guy who's autistic and roll with it. And he goes, well, I don't know many autistic people. It doesn't matter. Just, like rub your ear and rock.
Yeah, like
And
I
he's
think
like, okay.
I think what really happened is he only saw Simple Jack,
Ooh.
Oh no.
and that's what he thought.
Please don't hurt me.
And too bad he didn't stick around for the rest of the movie. He would have learned to never go full.
You know that word.
Yeah.
It's the
in, future me.
It stays in future. So we find out that Moose is an autograph hound. He was raised by being set in front of a television and left alone while his mother fornicated in the other room.
Yep.
So what's he got?
She was doing?
Yep.
Huh.
She's
Well, good
a
on her.
whore.
Yeah.
And so we got Moose, and he wants to get things signed by his favorite actor, one Hunter Dunbar, played by
Jojo Siwa.
Devon Sawa. If you guys don't know who that is, he ain't been around for a while, and now he looks like a rip-off Daniel Craig / Jeremy Renner.
What was he in that I know?
Idle Hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
that guy.
And Final
Alright.
Destination.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I remember
Yeah.
one of those.
I feel like
Those.
I feel like the reason why he's in this movie because at this point Paul Walker had already died.
Damn. He couldn't keep rolling.
God damn it.
But we're treated to a scene where Moose gets to purchase a vest for Hunter Dunbar to sign, and it's from one of his movies, Space Vampires. Like, they couldn't have come up with a better fucking title for this shit. Anyways, he puts the thing on backwards, and the guy's like, Moose, that's on backwards. He's like, I know.
But he looked like he had like assless chaps on the top half of his body.
And then, he gets this, and he's got to come back to get it signed. But this is going to be after he sneaks into a party or some shit. This movie is so all over the fucking place that we're trying to get drunk and watch this. And it's almost like legitimate buzzkill.
Yeah, it's a movie that takes itself way too seriously, and the entire time we're just sitting here almost cringing, just like, are they serious? Like, is this a real
Not
thing?
almost cringing.
Like, did Fred
Absolutely
Durst think
cringing.
like he was creating art when he's putting this together?
I think he was shooting for the Oscar.
Oh my god!
I think he was.
I hope he gets it, I
John,
hope
when
he
you're on
does.
that moped, I want you to hump the fucking steering wheel while you're driving it.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. Not only will it, get us an Oscar, but it'll really drive home the fact that you're autistic.
Yeah, that's what a do.
Sweet Chandler.
I got the censor beat. Don't worry, it's gone.
So he heads to his house to rehearse meeting Hunter Dunbar. And he's like, Hunter, I'm biggest fan. I love you. Blah, 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 blah. It's really fucking bad. And we found ourselves laughing, but not at the film, at each other. You would turn and see the other person's like, oh, face. Like they're just cringing, like, oh, God. And that would be enough to set you off because you would just start laughing to be like, man, they're suffering too.
Yeah.
Good.
But that's the thing. He's portraying a serious illness, but it's like chunky Travolta just like limping around town, and it just doesn't feel comfortable.
Had they done this, I can't really blame Travolta, and I don't really want to blame Fred Durst. Had they done this with just
I'll blame Fred Durst.
with more of a
Second that.
better script, maybe, or just a better direction, it could have been something that was kind of neat. But it just isn't. And we get introduced to characters by Terminator 2 style narration. This chick named Leah is giving like Terminator narration. 1991 and Skynet ruled the world,
Yeah.
all because the
Yeah.
T-800 was placed by autistic moose bots.
Absolutely like a
Post-apocalyptic thing.
a narration feel that feels like futuristic neo-noir, but the movie is not that at all.
It's like that really awful voiceover version of Blade Runner.
Ooh.
Oh, it's too serious. Oh.
Very serious.
But yeah, like for some reason, Moose has a Sarah Connor in this movie, his savior. They don't ask where she's from or why she's in his life, but she bookends this movie, and she's nowhere near important the entire time.
No, she's like his guardian angel, and it drives that home later. But she's also the number one enabler to his problems.
Yeah, like what's the reason she's like anywhere near him? Is like money involved? His place was very well off.
Yeah, dude,
he had
he
a lot
has
of cool stuff.
such a nice house.
So he's getting some kind of check, right? So maybe she's just trying to get in on it.
Well, he apparently makes mad cash working the strip.
Well, he is absolutely her top contributor on her OnlyFans account.
Oh no.
Sadly, but he makes mad money out on the strip, and we're treated to him dressing up as an English Bobby
Oh no.
in yet another. Oh man, hot sauce in my nose.
Yep.
Absolutely cringe-worthy fucking British impersonation.
Okay, so I feel like this has layers, right? So
Oh, absolutely.
this is John Travolta trying to be an autistic man, a severely autistic man, who is trying to be a British Bobby. It's this weird thing where he has to kind of like, he's acting how his character would act in that situation, and it's weird.
Poppycock!
Yeah, like,
Poppycock!
I feel like,
So you're saying he's playing a dude disguised as a dude,
Pretending to be another dude.
what do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, he's out there and he's working the strip and he's saying like the most awful shit, like shh, shh, here comes the queen. And then we're treated to some fake ass Chris Angel mind freak guy that puts a nail through his nose while his buddies are pickpocketing. This is an entire side story that doesn't fucking matter.
Doesn't matter
Never
whatsoever.
pays off. Nothing ever comes of it. Like, he's rescued later on by a security guard when these guys are bullying. Security guard fucking timeline, or not timeline, this security guard side story never pays off.
No,
It's just nothing is going on.
No, some characters are introduced and immediately thrown away just for the object, I guess. Making sure my movie was over 90 minutes.
I would throw them away too. Throw the whole thing away.
Just throw it out.
Throw it away.
It's just like one of those perfect storms. It's like a huge disaster. Nothing works. Everything feels weird. And none of these pieces go to the same puzzle. It's so
I feel like you
almost
just
interesting.
named 7 ska songs in a row.
Damn.
I'm sad, but I can play the trumpet.
But then he has to, break into this party where he's going to get Hunter Dunbar to sign his stuff.
Yeah, like his guardian angel sets up this like little soiree kind of thing where he can sneak in and meet his hero. But it doesn't make any sense.
His guardian enabler. She
Yeah.
throws him over a fence after he didn't bring bolt cutters, instead brought scissors because, hey, he's autistic.
Get it? It's the safety scissors.
And he gets inside and immediately freaks out because his hero's not there, so they kick him out. It's just painful to fucking watch.
And it just makes no sense how angry this guy is at like just looking at John Travolta. I mean, I'd be kind of pissed and also afraid as well. But he's just like way over the hill just being a dick for no reason.
For real. Like, whenever
above
he
and beyond.
finally gets to the book signing the next day to get Hunter Dunbar's autograph, Hunter Dunbar, like, while he's fantasizing about him signing his book American Beauty Style, runs outside to deal with his wife, and fucking Moose runs up on him. He's like, Hunter Dunbar, I've got a blah, 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 blah. It's really bad. Really, as Chandler put it, offensively autistic. It's bad. And Hunter's like, hey man, you gotta learn some manners, give me some space. And so he waits, finishes that up, because it's another side story that, hey, guess what, doesn't pay off, it doesn't fucking matter. Hunter's whole side story isn't important. But then Hunter turns around and is like, I ain't signing shit for you, I'm gonna beat your ass instead. How would you like a knuckle sandwich, booger lips? And he's so fucking mad.
He's so almost spiteful. Like, he's almost like he's known him before and he's just doing something out of retaliation. He goes from 0 to 100 so quickly.
Real quick.
Everyone's like overacting, like trying to sell something that nobody wants.
Well, if you notice, there is a lot of product placement in this. They mention Instagram. There's like cutaways to Sephora's. There's cutaways to different shops. There's a lot of brand sponsoring. They say this brand or that brand. Everything has a specific version of that thing. But then after he fails to get the autograph and he's heartbroken, his friend, who 100% should know better, completely gives him the ability to stalk Hunter Dunbar by giving him.
I don't even know why she would do that.
Yeah, she should know. 100%.
Right.
This is going to end badly for Moose.
Yeah.
Here's an app that tells you where this fucking guy lives.
Yeah.
Go get him. I mean, that's like telling him there's a Filipino man in there, but don't give him a hand job, JT. It's happening.
But yeah, like, he gives him that little star map, almost like Nick Cage realizing there's like a map on the back of the Declaration of Independence. He knows where treasure is and it's right there.
Yeah. And so the next day he uses the fucking app to find dude's house. He's like so happy. And this is like a cute little scene. But then Hunter like finds him out front of his house and he's like, get the fuck out of here. He's
Yeah.
like, I just want you to sign my stuff, Mr. Dunbar. Just sign my stuff. And he's like, oh, you're an autograph hound. Let me sign this. And he takes his pen, and me and Eric, and I'm pretty sure Chandler
Yeah,
too,
absolutely.
all thought that he stabbed him in the chest with the pen. But
Yeah.
it's a Sharpie. So he just signs on his only one like it in the world horror tee or some stupid fucking shit. I mean, technically he signed it.
I don't know. They definitely shot it like a knife hit. Like he just, like in The Running Man, where that guy gets a pin in the back. Just
Yeah.
like, "Ugh."
Maybe they wanted to film it one way, and then after they were like,
Oh wait, this movie's bad. Let's make it better.
Yeah, and why is he attacking this clearly mentally handicapped man? Just attacking him. Like, he tells his kid, no, go on inside, but he doesn't let the kid go through the gate, so I don't know how the fuck he gets in.
He just hucks his bike over the fence and
Oh,
follows to
yeah, shit, I got a lift.
Yeah.
Gotta get these gains.
I forgot what happened next.
Poppycock round 2 happens next. We're treated to him back on the strip of this so far awful fucking film.
And at this point, Chandler's notes has run completely
yeah, I got
dry.
nothing left.
At this point, Chandler just stopped taking notes. He was over it and started to laugh to himself about different things in his alcohol-induced stupor.
Yeah.
We get more of that Sarah Connor narration as we get a little scene of Chris Angel and his buddy attacking what's his name? Moose in the bathroom, trying to make him suck his dick and whatnot.
Yeah, this scene is like the inverse of that bit from the first Terminator, where like the Teed Hunter runs into Bill Paxton.
Yeah, I want your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Yeah, hashtag Bully Bill.
Yeah, but instead in this one we have autistic Moose getting forced to give fake BJs to these vaping dudes, who are both, mind you, putting on some of the worst acting I've ever fucking seen.
These are like the guys that couldn't get roles on the Warriors.
Oh,
So they could keep rolling.
breathe in, breathe
Hands
out.
on the hand down.
Oh, that's right. Limp Bizkit made this movie.
Hey, let's not put this on Wes Borland or DJ Lethal. They didn't have anything to do.
So-
John Otto, though, I bet you did.
Calling you out. Say when. So Moose tries to drop off a letter to tell Hunter how much he loves him, but the maid kicks him out and leaves the letter behind. And
he
then
like treats him like a stray cat. Like he
She's
just
like,
wanders. Yeah, he's like,
Get
get on out of here.
Get on now.
get out! He tells Leia that he's basically stalking Hunter, and Leia, as should be, is like, hey, you shouldn't do that. And Moose is delusional.
He's like, I'm going to do that.
And this is like a tipping point for Moose. He's already, been scolded by his best friend, and then bully Bill Paxton, not Bill Paxton guy, fake Chris Angel, attacks, was like, you're going to help me be a bad guy. And he's like, I'm not going to help you be a bad guy. And he chokes him. And
The bad
This
guy.
is supposed to be like a fake choke, but
Duh.
John Travolta's knuckles and fingers are fucking white. Like, blood pushed out of them. He is squeezing this dude.
I mean, after all those hand jobs, he's got that kung fu grip.
You know he does. G.I. Joe! The maid warns Hunter that there was someone in the fucking yard and she had to run him off. He's like, was it the gardener? She's like, no, it wasn't the gardener. And he's like, but you're a woman, so I don't give a shit.
You'd
And
think he would have figured out who that was by now.
he's already been accosted by him 3 times at this point.
Yeah.
And so why wouldn't he immediately go, yeah, it's probably this guy. Was he, fucking autistic dude? Big fat autistic dude?
Fat
Yes.
guy with a bad haircut.
Oh.
Yep, that's him.
Have we mentioned the haircut yet? It's bad. It's like No Country for Old Men bad.
Well, I don't know. I have respect for the
Javier
bowl cut.
Bardem.
Yeah. The Javier.
Oh,
Oh yeah, gotta have respect for him. I mean, he had a threesome with Penelope Cruz and Scarlett Johansson. So,
with that haircut?
not with that haircut.
Well, then
That
no.
was okay.
No.
We don't have to respect him for that.
No. With the haircut, I would have been like, bruh.
This fan fiction's gross.
Oh. He's just got that that little drill thing, the cattle nail puncher thing.
No.
You
But
guys
it's got
know-
a dick on it. He's like,
Dead.
flip
You
a
guys know
coin.
I was referencing you guys know I was referencing Vicky Cristina Barcelona, right? That's not just I didn't make
No
that up.
idea what you're talking
I
about.
promise. It's a movie. Javier Bardem has I already said it.
But here's another
Like
time
he just cast a spell on me.
where she does the fucking ancient ruins written on his notes. But we're immediately given yet another time this movie does not pay off. He kisses the maid, and she's like, we can't do that anymore. And you think, okay, well, this has, something to do with the beginning. Maybe that's why the wife is not there. Maybe this will have something to grow into later.
Maybe
Nothing
she's pregnant, and Idle Hand Man got it ready.
Fucking thing. No payoff. No reason it had to happen. He just brings it up later when he's on the phone, like, I kissed the maid again. She didn't want me to. Oh, well, guys, what do you think about this blazer?
Oh, blazer.
But he walks outside to check on the gardener just to double check because he can't trust the maid. It may have been the gardener.
Oh, no, he fucked the gardener, too.
Hey, I would have. So, we're treated to the sound effects of rain. Heavy fucking rain. And they even mention it's raining. It's supposed to be raining. There is zero rain. No fucking rain. Their shirts aren't getting wet. There's a gardener in the lawn talking about how he needs to go home because it's raining. But there's no rain.
I feel like a movie taking place in Los Angeles, they couldn't spare the water.
Yeah, but like, fuck.
Yeah, they could afford the sound effect, but not the actual sprinklers.
Then why not just say it wasn't raining? Just say he needed to go home for any other fucking reason.
Man, you're a genius.
I am. I could have wrote this. I could be rolling into big bucks.
Hold on.
You're saying it shouldn't rain? You should say... Are you trying to say we have to change Fred Durst's artistic vision on this?
Hey,
I'm sorry.
No, you guys, you gotta have faith.
At this
I
point,
had some like crowd fanfare in there too.
At this point, he has to go do something. They don't explain what. He leaves. And Moose was apparently still just waiting in the fucking backyard the entire time.
What else is he gonna do?
And the maid comes out, finds the letter. She's gonna pick it up, and he's like, no, don't touch that. And then he Palm Hills this bitch in the nose and fucking kills her.
I don't know how she did not see him hanging out in the foliage. I mean, he looked like a suburban Sasquatch.
Oh...
I don't think his intention was to kill her exactly. He just
give her a nosebleed,
knocked her back, and then she knocked her head on that stone bird bath. Or
yeah,
whatever.
but what even the head that did it? No. It shows her nose is all fucking destroyed.
Yeah, but on her way down,
She
hit her head for sure. Yeah. But he was like, Hadouken! Yeah. Like hit her with that fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme Bloodsport shit, like 3-time replay.
I think the point is Fred Durst thinks continuity is an opinion.
Yeah. But he's like, oh, you got a nosebleed. And then the wind chimes jingle, and he has to go inside the house.
the wind chimes jingle, her soul leaves her body.
Yeah. Native American stuff starts to kick up. That's Enya.
That would have been a way better ending to this movie. Turns out he's just like a Native American shaman.
Oh. But... he sneaks inside the house now and just starts living out his day inside Devin Sawa's house. I don't know why.
I mean, that's his kink.
He's brushing his teeth. He's playing with everything inside of Hunter Dunbar's house. And we're supposed to be happy for Moose. And the first thing they do, again, to make you want to fucking cringe, is there's some antlers on a table. So John Travolta grabs the antlers, puts them on his own head, begins to rock back and forth on the couch going, Moose is in the house!
Oh no, I forgot what I was going to say. I feel like this movie was written by like Fred Durst's like focus group or whatever.
Yes, that's why. And fuck. At this point, he's like banging on the piano like a Muppet.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be a fanatic. He doesn't seem very starstruck to be in the house of his like greatest hero. He just starts basically just
defiling everything.
Yeah, just like sticking his whatever on everything.
You guys, how good could space vampires have been?
We'll never know.
Gotta find the tape.
I gotta return these videotapes.
Hey,
we can get a sweeted version of it.
Oh. We got $5 and a whole lot of imagination, boys.
Let's get it done. But he's in the house. He's like in the fridge, he's eating jam. He's using the shitter, reading a script, and then fucking Devin Sawa comes home. He hides in the closet, And then, he's like walking around flexing and shit. And we get it, dude. You're in good shape, but whatever.
Yeah, then when, what's his name, Siwa finally passes out from his sleeping pills, finally John Travolta comes out of the closet.
I see what you did there. That was good.
Just leave the coffin.
But yeah, he's like passed out, and then Travolta's like sniffing his ear by rubbing his finger and rocking in a chair.
Yeah, they'd show his character do that from time to time, like it's a nervous habit. Then
yeah,
he does it to his hero, and he just like gets off on it.
It's so uncomfortable, and
that is a very good description for this movie. Very uncomfortable, but not to where it's like disturbing. Like I'm not scared or anything.
It's not a Serbian film.
Yeah,
it's
man,
like
fuck that movie.
It's like wearing a turtleneck that's a size too small. Like you're always really, tugging at it. Like, come on.
In a really warm room.
Yeah, you're like just always tugging at it. Like, man, fuck. I guess.
Yeah. If someone turned the AC on,
it's a shirt.
Someone turned the good movie on.
But he takes pictures, giving him a kiss on the forehead, and posts it to his social media. And then he leaves the house, and then his hero wakes up and leaves the house with his son, who apparently was there, even though it never showed him there, but whatever. So now they're driving down the road, and as they're driving down the road, what do you think is playing on the radio?
It's our favorite band, boys, Limp Bizkit. Woo!
Do you like Limp Bizkit? Let's listen to some Limp Bizkit.
Oh, Limp Bizkit. I remember these guys. We're going to jam to some Bizkit. You like this? And the kid has like a begrudging smile and is like, yeah.
The kid's like, did my dad just say that with a lisp?
Bizkit. And he's just jamming to Limp Bizkit.
I feel like we've been duped, boys. Bamboozled, even.
Yep, it was literally
counterfeit.
At this point, I felt like Paul Rubin in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh no!
Whenever he gets stabbed at the end and he's just dying, yeah, he's like, ooh, ah, ooh,
kicks the wall.
Yeah, and it starts kicking. You're just like, fuck, just kill me already. This shit's awful. I just want to die.
Wait, in Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
The movie before the show.
Oh, I don't remember that well.
The movie's all right.
Yeah.
So John Travolta's walking down the street, and he's got on his dad New Balance shoes.
Oh yeah, he's got that dad bod. He's not
from over.
He absolutely rocks it from time to time, back and forth, up and down.
Ah, this guy's got a joke. Eric Cringy Face.
Yeah.
It was a valid joke. It wasn't good.
I applaud
it.
Not slow clap.
I made a stink face because I feel that John Travolta's character Moose just smells.
Oh, you know he does. And so he gets out and fucking starts abusing Moose again and telling him, I'll shoot you if I see you again. Get out of here, you stalker. And then Moose is like, I'm not a stalker.
He doesn't like that word.
Was that like the original title of this movie or whatever?
It should have been.
That's what Fred Durst had written on his Waffle House napkin.
Stalker.
I'm not a stalker. By Fred Durst.
Oh no, his autobiography.
And then it goes to like another drawing scene, and then we're treated to John Travolta on his moped. And this is where Eric brought up a very valid point about how he believes the film was shot.
From time to time, this movie will try to be another movie and just have like this B-roll of like downtown LA at night for no reason. But each time it cuts to it, it totally looks like it was filmed on like an iPhone 11.
So we have a disgruntled John Travolta now driving his moped that he wrecks. It starts, the muffler blows out somehow?
I don't know. I feel like he just finally gave up. He got tired of carrying around his fat ass.
Yeah, he was tired of getting raped. He was just always humping up on it.
No wonder the tailpipe burst.
Oh. So he fucking wrecks and he's like, am I alright? And then we get treated to Poppycock 3, popping all the cocks.
Oh, Lord.
And he's out there doing his thing. You can take a picture with me.
Oh, man. That just made me want to punch Bono in the face.
Man, it's just like such a bad performance.
Why do you want to punch Bono in the face?
Because I hate his part in Across the Universe. It just made me think of it because he's just like, not autistically British, but...
Autistically British?
Yeah. No, he's, Bono's Irish.
Yeah, but he's in that It's just the way he sings. It's just obnoxious. Just like his little.
I don't remember it very well.
Shut your whore mouth.
In my head, I'm just imagining fucking Oasis.
Today's gonna be the day.
When they bring it on back to
It's
you.
gonna be the day.
No, just their level of
Poppycockery,
Poppycock.
Britishness.
pompousness.
But then Travolta makes it home, and we get to see his house, which is full of fucking high-end movie memorabilia.
Yeah.
Like high-end. This guy is clearly a failure on the strip. He has no other job, so maybe he gets a check for being autistic. But other than that, how the fuck is he affording this shit? His buddy comes over and is like, hey, I saw that you posted those pictures kissing Hunter Dunbar on the head while you sleep. That's a crime. He's like, you're unfriended. Man.
He's still gonna follow that Tumblr though.
I know. Well, not anymore.
And then it
Can't
just
post any titties there.
hard cuts to him basically hog-tying Hunter Dunbar.
Because that's the rational next move.
It's like this movie turned into a completely different movie. Like, if just a little bit of creepy music and maybe a little bit more blood, this is a super horror movie.
This, to me, is where the movie really takes the fuck off. Like, and not in a good way, but there's actual acting here. There's, like,
I guess for a minute.
I feel like they filmed,
An
yeah.
actual 60-second period
I
of time.
feel like they filmed the ending and then made a movie around that. They were like, this is how I want it to end. You guys fill in the rest.
Yeah, so this is when the Scientology starts.
Yes.
And the rest of life begins.
Crap lousy films. So Hunter's tied up. He comes to, spits out his gag, sees that Moose has apparently killed himself. But he hasn't. It was all just a gag to show him that he too is a great actor.
I love his reaction too. Like, he looks like he killed himself. He's like, ah, you stupid. You're a big old stupid.
You're a stupid stalker, stupid head. And then he leaves the room and is like, anybody can act, and comes back dressed like fucking Jason.
Yeah, with a fake knife.
And then proceeds to fake stab him, which, you know, understandably, Hunter Dunbar thinks he's being stabbed to death and is freaking the fuck out.
I mean, it scared him, but at the end he was into it.
And fake burns him. And then we get the movie quote that from earlier. Man, they're just trying so much. He force feeds him fucking jam.
Oh yeah, this movie is prologued by a quote from a character in the movie.
That once you hear it, doesn't matter.
That's not art, Fred Durst. You're a shit.
And then he just pays some dude $5,000 to come whoop our ass.
Yeah. He doesn't have $5,000.
Oh, he spent it all on this movie.
He spent it all on the nookie.
But that tells you right there that he didn't, have enough because couldn't afford the rain. I mean, he was in a house. All he had to do was run a fucking hose from the bathtub and spray.
So you tell me this whole movie was funded by the good old JTHJs?
Yes.
Oh, God.
He was like, I really want to push myself. Well, how do you want to do it? I want to be an autistic guy that gives HJs on the strip. He's like, well, what if we take out the HJs? He's like, well, can I still give HJs in the costume? He's like, of course. And he's like, there.
Why are you so mad? Just there. It's a joke. We get it. He tried to pay some Asian guy $12,000 to shut up about.
Just let me rub on your pecker there. Heard about that big old dick you got. Let me tug on that dick for a while.
Up my nose with
If
your
I was
rubber
gonna say
hose.
that.
Up my nose with your rubber hose.
Is that what you're boiling over about? I just see you over here just like.
But through an act of visualization, Hunter Dunbar convinces Moose to free him. He's like, we're going to be best buddies. We're going to get chocolate ice cream, strawberry ice cream. And Moose unties him, and this is where it goes from a movie to a snuff film.
Yeah, it turns into a snuff film. Like, his first decision should have been call the fucking cops. But no, he just has a shotgun planted away somewhere just behind his bed. Like, not even like the cool way with like a little chamber or something like that. It's like behind a painting.
It's the fucking 1887 fucking
Yeah, it
Arnold
looks like
shot.
it's totally a movie prop. But like, his first thought is to just like blast away at this guy with a shotgun. And one hit would have been enough. He was on the ground, call for help. But no, he turns into a psychopath.
Instantly. He fucking literally blows off this man's right hand. Just fingers go everywhere, and
Yeah.
it shows it.
Yeah, we actually went back and looked at it twice, and the second time, I couldn't with life anymore. It looked like a Primus video.
And so
Get charged a lot less for
Moose, having his hand blown off, is like, well, I gotta get the hell out of here. So he's trying to get away. Hunter stalks him down the stairs, literally kicking him.
Oh, it sounded so meaty. It sounded like an actual 300-pound John Travolta was schlepped down a flight of stairs.
And then he does it again. And so he's kicking the shit out of John Travolta, who is, handless, crying, covered in blood, looks up at him while he has the shotgun to his face. He goes, I just like movies. And boom, he fucking shoots the shotgun right next to his ear. Boom, shoots it right next to the other ear. Now he's got fucking blood pouring out of both ears. No right hand, and he cocks it again, points it directly at his head. Click. Nothing there.
And then you realize this double barrel shotgun had 3 rounds.
And then suddenly, guess what, Jim? He pulls out a fucking Bowie knife and stabs him in the goddamn eye.
Like, why did he take it that far? Like, why did
Viciously.
this movie just has to be so edgy?
Blood is fucking spraying out. Moose is... Dude, Travolta's performance as a horribly in pain autistic man is disgustingly good.
Oh, man, I felt so awful. I was like hearing like a dog weep or yelp as it's being hurt.
Like a real dog crying.
Yeah.
It felt awful.
Like a fallen elk in the forest.
Ooh.
It was made me feel as uncomfortable as when. Never mind.
It made Chandler feel as uncomfortable as Man vs. Jar.
Oh.
Ooh.
No, I was thinking
No.
about the movie Antichrist when
Willem Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe, he's like running around in the forest and she's just like squealing at him repeatedly, like, where are you? And you just feel like, all right, stop now, like, end the movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But stick around for his giant dong.
Willem Dafoe's dong.
Why else would you stick around for a Willem Dafoe movie?
Ow.
Ooh, I'm just kidding.
That's the actual Spider-Man for.
But he wants to just open the door and let him go. So that's what he does. Just sends beaten, busted John Travolta out the door like it's no big fucking deal.
And he has this like bravado of just like, I just survived an emergency. I shouldn't be alive and all that stuff. Like, he just did the right thing by torturing this man.
Fucking completely tortured him.
It's ridiculous. It's so crazy. But then they'd let John Travolta just like wander around Hollywood in his makeup and stuff.
And that boy is leaking.
He's bleeding profusely. It's all over his New Balance, and it upset me.
He can never mow grass in those again.
Oh no.
And people think that, his makeup's an act. They're like, we're in Hollywood. Yay, look at this. And Moose, being the attention whore that he is, with his lower lip just trembling, takes a picture with these guys. And then fucking what's-her-face finds him. And is like, oh no, are you okay? We'll go get you some ice cream since you're completely ruined. And Hunter Dunbar gets arrested for Moose killing the chick, and that's how the fucking movie ends.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's just so weird. This woman who's supposed to be his guardian angel and narrator of the film has zero bearing on this movie whatsoever.
None. She's the enabler. She's what caused all of his problems. And Hunter Dunbar is the psychotic celebrity. And
This is a movie.
the maid is murdered for no reason.
I feel like that poor woman who played his guardian angel signed up for a completely different movie.
Yeah.
This is a movie full of antagonists. There's no protagonists. They're all just antagonists.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Why? Because things happen.
Maybe the viewer is the protagonist.
Oh, maybe we're the fanatics.
Maybe Fred Durst is actually a genius.
Fuck you.
What you say?
Well, it's just one of those days.
I'm going to take
just
what
one
you
of those-
said, and I'm just going to keep rolling.
It's just
Is that
one.
the only Limp Bizkit
I
song
don't
in
know
there?
Limp Bizkit.
I own the first 3 albums. All
Before
of
they
them.
turn into soggy pancake.
Yeah.
I know they got something about some hot dog flavored water.
The chocolate starfish.
Ooh.
Okay. That's gross, but whatever.
Yeah, it's a terrible, terrible album. Man. Fred, what are you doing?
But yeah, this movie just makes no sense because they're trying to like rope it together like the Devon Sawa character is going to go to jail for the murder, but there's literally 4 fingers of evidence laying upstairs.
I just keep thinking that like the only reason why Fred Durst made this movie because like his mom said he was talented.
Oh, you can do it, Freddy boy. And he's like, thanks, Mom.
You can get things, sis.
You really had faith. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop. It's George Michaels.
No.
No, he's gonna do it. You know, he's Fred Durst.
My boy, Fred Durst, made a movie with that John Travolta.
He'll do it his way. His way is the highway.
For whatever reason, Mr. Limp Bizkit just did a number on us.
Yeah. Highlights for me were the acting at the very end where John Travolta puts in one of those like just believable cry scenes. But that's about it. The opening line of "Can't talk long, gotta poop" amused me. That's what really brought me in.
I had a moment where I was like, I can't believe I'm in front of this magical moment in time.
Yeah.
I'd only heard that referenced before this. I didn't know that it was actually a line from a movie. I figured it was like, I don't know, from Family Guy or something. I didn't
Just us being
realize.
silly.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was someone trying to be serious.
But has he?
Yep.
Is John Travolta earned an Oscar? And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, JT's Oscar-winning moment.
I can't imagine. I cannot imagine.
Negatives for me are just about everything else.
I didn't even do a round table.
Yeah.
And also, it's shit.
Nope. Fuck this. I didn't.
It's not. It's such a. I feel bad.
Yeah.
Not for the character, but for there are genuine people on this movie's crew that just needed to make a living, and they had to work on this movie.
It's gonna be one of those things like Brad Pitt had to like not put Cool World on his resume. You know what I mean?
Cool world. Oh.
Because you don't want to be like, oh, you worked on the Fanatic, huh?
Yeah.
Looks like it was shot on an iPhone and you didn't have budget for rain.
Oh,
You're not
man.
getting the job because you didn't just say no to everything.
Your soundtrack was Limp Bizkit.
Also Limp Bizkit.
Oh. Also directed by said Limp Bizkit.
Man, this movie's bad. Don't watch this movie ever. It's
Not even cult classic bad.
it's just sad bad.
Sad bad.
Not rad bad like Fred Durst wanted, but sad bad. What? So final thoughts, at least for me, you would watch this movie the same way you would slow down to see a car crash, just out of curiosity.
Yeah, and then you see somebody there and you're like, oh my god, I wish I wouldn't have seen that person so horribly mangled. That's what this is.
And it's someone you know. So,
so it's
yeah.
even deeper, and then you get into a wreck because of it?
Dang. Then like there's Jim Morrison and an Indian in a desert. That's crazy.
Fuck!
So deep.
Symbolism.
So that was The Fanatic from 2019 by Limp Bizkit himself, Fred Durst. Holy shit, this is a real thing. If anyone else has any strong opinions about the movie, by all means leave them in the comments below.
Make sure you get out there and check us out on our social medias. We got a Twitter, Instagram, and a Facebook. Hit up whatever you can. Let us know how many of you guys out there are our fanatics.
Make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to hit that bell icon so you know next time we've got another one of these brewing. Don't see this movie.
But Happy New Year, y'all.